Since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a U.S. Marine. Came in '82. For me, it's protecting my country and protecting, these civilians that you see out in town, their way of life. So it means everything to me. It's my life, it's my duty, and I love going to work every day.
He's spent almost 30 years in the Marine Corps, and if anyone I know, he is definitely a patriot. Loves the Marine Corps, loves this nation.
Not only is Chunks a volunteer in an all-volunteer service, but he's volunteered time and time again and again. But he also has the courage of his seniority and the things that he has to stand up for and fight for us, the Marines that are junior to him. He still does that every day, day in and day out at the end of a completely successful career.
As a senior Marine, I emulate him. He is my mentor. I learn daily from him how to be a leader.
God, country, and Corps, and that's what it's all about, devotion. When I got the phone call and they asked me to run across America, I was like, hell yeah, it's for a good cause.
He came to me and said, hey, I have this opportunity to do a good thing for disabled veterans. I get to, I have to run about 20 miles a day for 2.5, 3 months, which to most people is a pretty insane feat, but for Master Guns, that's what he likes to do.
When Charles told me about the Gumpathon and what they were going to do, the first thing that comes to me is it's humbling.
We started off in New York City on the U.S. Intrepid and worked our way down south, and then
raising awareness for the Semper Fi Fund and giving back to the injured community.
Some of the places we hit were some of the most patriotic Americans that I've ever been around. Being from San Diego, we don't see, and a lot of Americans don't see small-time America. They opened their arms to us, they fed us, they let us use their showers, and these are people that don't have much.
He was personally and professionally challenged to get this done. I take a cross-country flight and I'm a little irritated by how long it took, and I couldn't imagine getting up in the morning every day and realizing that you had to run all day, and to know that, and the whole time to carry the spirit of his brothers in the injured community with him and literally put us on his back.
I got to live with Mark Armrod, who was the first British triple amputee in their military. There was some days during the run where I knew I had to attack 25 or 30 miles and maybe feeling a little tired, and all I had to do was look at Mark, and I was like, what am I whining about?
This entire thing he did running across the United States was all for the Semper Fi Fund. It was not for him, it was for them. He just wanted to raise some money for the Semper Fi Fund.
The Semper Fi Fund is a non-profit organization that started in 2004. It's raised over $41 million.
I was injured June 14, 2007 in a small village north of Karma, Iraq. I personally never envisioned myself with tragic injuries that I would be forced to survive from or forced to move on from. I saw myself either living or dying, and certainly I never saw myself as an amputee.
Nobody really knows about the second, third order effects when someone gets injured. All we see is individuals with missing limbs, and but what happens is if you're married, that means your wife's got to quit her job, and so she's got to help you in your recovery phase.
When my wife received what I like to refer to as the second worst phone call in the world, all she knew is that she wanted to be by my side. But employers, credit card companies, gas company, cable company, car payments, things like that, they really don't care about that. That immediate need that you have for funds is very, very crucial.
That's where the Semper Fi Foundation comes in, by financially helping the families out.
Semper Fi Fund reached out to her right away, established a relationship that we still hold today if we need it. But the Semper Fi Fund is there to provide immediate financial relief.
That's why I do what I do for the Semper Fi Fund, because all those wounded Marines and the sailors that paid the ultimate sacrifice, I think it's time for us to pay back.